Okay, now let us see. Does Annie really write what punishment was given to her, or she leaves it? Let us see. That evening, after I had after I had finished the rest of my homework, the note about the essay caught my eye. I began thinking about the subject while chewing the tip of my fountain pen. At that time, when she went home and she started doing her homework, she finished up all her homework, and the note which was given to her to write essay on caught her eye. So she noticed it, and she started thinking, chewing the back or top of the fountain pen, what to write about it. So anyone could ramble on and leave big spaces between the words, but the trick was to come up with convincing arguments to prove the necessity of talking. So see the meaning of ramble on. This phrase, it says talk or write aimlessly for long. So she didn't choose to write aimlessly. She didn't choose to ramble on, okay, to write anything for the sake of writing and to leave big spaces between two words. She didn't choose that. Instead, she chose the path of writing seriously, and that her writing should be convincing that how talking is necessary. Why talking is necessary? What was all written in that essay? So, I thought and suddenly I had an idea. I wrote 3 pages Mr. Keesing had assigned me, and I was satisfied. So she literally wrote 3 pages of that essay, chatterbox, and in that chatterbox essay, she wrote the reasons, the necessity of talking, and she was satisfied what she had written. I argued that talking is a student's trait, and that I would do my best to keep it under control. So here she says that according to her, talking is the student's trait. Student's trait means it's students' right, and it's students' what we can call, it's their way of living. Students, they are not mature people. Students, they are somewhat mature, and they need to talk. So it is my students' right, and she would do it further also, but under control. But that would never be able to cure myself of the habit, since my mother talked as much as I did, if not more, and that there's not much you can do about inherited traits. So further she says, see, I would not promise to stop talking, but I would have control on my talking. But what would anyone do? See, if I've got this habit of talking too much from my mother itself. My mother, she talks a lot, even more than me. So it is my inherited trait. Inherited means I have got in my blood from my mother. So I cannot avoid that. Okay, I can control myself, but I cannot stop talking. Okay, so I can't help in that. So she wrote everything in that essay. Mr. Keesing had a good laugh at my arguments, but when I proceeded to talk my way through the next lesson, he assigned me a second essay. This time it was supposed to be on an incorrigible chatterbox. So next time, when Mr. Keesing read her essay, he laughed a lot, and he forgave her. But she proceeded talking further also, and that time he again got angry, and he punished with her on the second essay, and the topic of the second essay was an incorrigible chatterbox. Incorrigible means something that cannot be corrected. She cannot be corrected according to Mr. Keesing. So the topic was given an incorrigible chatterbox. Here chatterbox is Annie. I handed it in, and Mr. Keesing nothing to complain about for 2 whole lessons. She wrote the essay on that topic, and she handed it to Mr. Keesing. For further 2 lessons, he didn't complain about anything of her talking. He allowed her. But however, during the 3rd lesson, he would finally had enough. Annie, as punishment for talking in class, write an essay entitled Quack Quack Quack, said Mistress Chatterbox. So here, to insult Annie, he had given her the topic, quack, 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 said Mistress Chatterbox. Who quacks? Ducks. They quacks and make a lot of noise. So here Annie was being insulted by calling her a duck who used to quack all the time and used to disturb the whole class. The class roared. The class laughed out when Mr. Keesing declared this topic. I had to laugh too, though I had nearly exhausted my ingenuity on the topic of the chatterboxes. Ingenuity means originality and inventiveness. She was so used to of that topic chatterbox, so it was her originality to write on that topic. She has got the copyright of writing on that topic. So, but she was literally exhausted. For the third time, she had got the punishment on the same topic. So, it was time to come up with something else. So, she decided to do something else, something original. My friend Sani, who was good at poetry, offered to help me write the essay from beginning to end in verse, and I jumped for joy. So, one of her friends, Sani, she helped her in writing poem. Now this time she didn't write the essay, she wrote a poem. Okay, and here Annie was very happy to have the help of her friend. Mr. Keesing was trying to play a joke on me with this ridiculous subject, but I would make sure the joke was on him. So she was ready to take a revenge by writing a poem this time. So she was trying, for these many times Mr. Keesing was making fun of her. Now for the last time, now she was going to make fun of Mr. Keesing in front of the whole class by writing that poem. I finished my poem and it was so beautiful. It was about a mother duck and a father duck. It was a mother duck and a father swan, of course. Father swan with 3 baby ducklings who were bitten to death by father because they quacked too much. So this was a poem about a duck, mother duck, father swan, and their 3 little ducklings. And those 3 little ducklings were put to death by beating by their father just because they quacked a lot. Just because they talked a lot, they quacked a lot, so their father beat them and they were put to death. So this was the poem all about. Luckily, Mr. Keesing took the joke the right way. So luckily, Mr. Keesing understood the feelings of that little girl, 13-year-old girl, Annie, what she was feeling when every time she was punished and she was insulted. So he understood and he took it casually and he laughed. He also laughed on that poem. He read the poem to the class. He was so impressed by the writing, so he read the poem in front of the class, adding his own comments and to the several other classes as well. Since then, I have been allowed to talk and haven't been assigned any extra homework. And after that poem, Mr. Keesing realized his mistake, that students should be allowed to talk. Not much, but they should be allowed to talk and express themselves with their friends. He realized his mistake. On the contrary, he also stopped giving those stupid assignments to her. On the contrary, Mr. Keesing's always making jokes these days. And she also shares with us that after that he started making jokes after that incident. So this was all about Annie's diary. When we had all now gone through it. I hope you have understood it. Please go through this video also and the previous videos related to this chapter. Please leave your comments in the comment box. Let me know whether you people are really watching the videos and understanding the chapters and the poems or not. Yes or no. Okay, in that way, just give me your thumbs up and understand it in a better